10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello, welcome to another episode of... Wait, what am I doing?
What are you doing?
This is... I can't... There is no screen. I can't point at the people who are watching.
This is the first episode, man. It's the pilot.
Wasn't it supposed to be like a camera in here or something?
No. Hang on. I got this. Welcome to the first episode of The Black Files. We are your hosts. I am Jose Casabona. I'm here sitting with Angel Mendez.
Yo!
Whose voice has probably killed a lot of people more times than he cares to admit.
I assure you it was everything under consent. Every single one of them says that they were over 18.
And of course there's Samari, who's third party. Anyways.
Dude!
I got a question.
Yo.
Why is it the Black Files? Why they gotta be black?
Well, first off, because Off the Record has already been taken and I'll get sued for copyright.
Okay, true.
Well, I just thought it was wanted to be like extra ghetto today or something.
Like,
Yes.
like I would have expected the Black Files. Oops, that was
I throw the word flock in there, it's just not going to sound as cool, and I'm trying to keep it simple.
Well, Darren, essentially though, this is technically part of the Ravens flock. It is not the Ravens flock. It's like a little... It's a spin-off of the Ravens flock.
Yeah, it's a separate show that's still on the same YouTube channel.
It's part of the canon, but not...
Yeah, exactly.
It's the sub-canon. It's like Sonic Universe to the Sonic the Hedgehog comics.
Yes.
Bingo.
This is the Sonic underground of the Ravens flock.
Oh, God.
Oh, dude, we are spin dashing on this, okay?
Yes.
This is unrestricted, unscripted, unrehearsed, uncensored, unedited, I can't think of anything else that starts with
Underhanded.
underhanded.
Unexpected.
That's not a good idea to be on.
Unfathomable.
Well, it's a good idea as long as we blame Angel.
Underage. Most likely unlegal.
Whoa! Who's
Dude!
underage,
The
first off?
fuck's your
This
problem?
show is like a year old.
Okay,
true.
fair enough.
We deserve to be in jail for this right now.
Yeah, but no. Let's get down to it. Okay. First off, MegaCon has it's still going on, but
Yay.
At the moment of recording, at least. It's like, April 11th?
yeah, we're on the 11th. We're on to Saturday,
It is
which
the 11th.
translates to if you step into a con, you're likely going to get stepped on, or you're not going to breathe, or you're going to die.
If you're tuning in right now, you're coming into a good time. We're discussing Murder by Con.
Well, here's the thing. Last year's record of attendance for MegaCon was 75,000 and up.
According to the numbers, in terms of at least, people who purchase tickets and stuff, it beat out Dragon Con.
Holy sh...
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess it's a good thing we didn't go. Otherwise, you would have died. I would have survived.
Didn't we went to the previous one and...
Yes! That's where you met Quentin Flynn.
I
That's
broke
where you
like
met
3
Phil
of my
Lamar.
ribs waiting in line.
Yes!
Basically.
Yes!
Shit. Okay, yeah, maybe...
Dude,
well,
that was the best.
It was. And to all of you faithful followers that are listening to us from MegaCon, whatever the hell you are right now, hope you enjoy it.
Exactly. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the Pleasure Pixel show
Hey.
Friday night, which lovely Samari here was part of.
Hey.
Yeah.
Were you still...
If you didn't see me, I was Fox McCloud.
If you didn't see her, it's because there was a black.
No,
It's because there was black. No, that was before.
if they didn't see you, it's because they didn't roll
Ironically, actually, the power outage was before the show, and
Okay.
we were not capable of actual show blackouts.
See, I didn't know that.
So there were never any blackouts ever, except for when I was in the back shouting, "Oh my God, it's so dark!"
Okay, see, I didn't happen because when I first saw it on Facebook, when somebody mentioned it, it was like it happened like an hour after the show started. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
so
supposedly. Let me tell you.
and that's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, an hour into the show, there's a blackout.
Yeah, I figured they just stuffed the stage lights with candles so nobody noticed the difference.
That would kind of be a little bit sultry.
That would be pretty sweet for one of the acts.
You know what?
to have.
Shit, let's do that next time. Screw the
Right?
blackout. Let's just put candles everywhere.
Hey, Casey, how about the next show you do? Let's add some candlelight, Lots of candlelight, lots of flower petals.
That wouldn't have been bad for one of the acts we actually
Throw a
had.
dude with a violin in the background, just playing Mozart.
Why would violins aren't sexy? You want to be sexy? Throw a guy with a guitar in the back.
No, wait,
That's what I'm here for,
Hang
baby.
on.
Baby,
Wait.
that's what I'm here for. I got electric and acoustic. I'll fucking jump in there.
Hang on a second. How good are you with the saxophone?
I get it, but
You trying me, boy?
I'm saying.
I'm
not going to challenge.
So
I'm-
MegaCon.
MegaCon was fun, and which brings me to another thing. I've read an article online. Actually, Juan kind of sent it to me. I didn't skim through it. Like I read the big parts about it. That MegaCon was recently purchased by Fanboy Expo. Now, in case for those of you who don't know, and I only know so little, Fanboy Expo is a convention somewhere in Canada. It's like one of the biggest conventions all over the world. Now, from my knowledge, that's all I know, but it does raise questions as to, the future for MegaCon. Are they just going to keep things the same? Are they going to change a bit of the format? This and that?
Good question.
Now, on one hand, normally when a con usually finds itself without a sponsor, that's usually the end for it. But in this case, MegaCon got lucky enough that they got bought up by somebody else. So, is it wrong that I'm remaining cautiously optimistic about this?
Okay, well...
It's not wrong in my opinion, because it's like, again, cons survive on their sponsors and on their attendance.
And the fans.
And their fans, yeah. So, like, MegaCon survives really fucking well, honestly, because, like, again, what the number was, 75,000?
Last year was 75,000.
Last year was 75,000, and it's like I said, you can fact check, I might be wrong, but according to sources I've talked to and have been acknowledged from and I've searched, that MegaCon beat out DragonCon last year in terms of purchase tickets attendance.
And how much was DragonCon, do you know?
DragonCon, I think, was somewhere in the range of 70,000-ish.
That is a lot of nerd money.
Wow.
Just
Yeah, so
flowing
next
there.
time we go and do coverage for MegaCon, we should bring riot gear.
And hazmat suits.
And hazmat.
And tear
But
gas.
And again, though, like, I'll be honest, a lot of people lobby con, a lot of people only go to take pictures of their costumes and stuff.
Okay.
So, like, there's plenty more people at DragonCon, but they're there to party, get drunk, and have fun.
Oh, true.
Sounds to me
I was
like
going
we-
to say, you kind of broke my train of thought. I'd be like, oh, it'll be sexy to see Samari in black riot gear, like SWAT gear and shit.
Lol.
No, when we do our next Call of Duty cosplay, then we can work.
Watch out for Samari. She'll fucking throw, like, nerd gas.
That's
and fucking
Lieutenant
whack you with
That
nightsticks.
is Lieutenant Samari for you.
That's right.
But no, I'm pretty sure the format's going to stay the same. I mean, if they try and change it and make it more appealing to the children, then, well, bye-bye pleasure pixels. So unless they can get away with
No, why would they take... The children need to grow up. Why would they take away that from them?
That's true.
I'm like, son, sit down in this chair. I'm going to teach you how the birds and the bees work. That is a fox. Son, let me take you to a different show. This is no one.
Let me take you to a different show. Daddy's gonna be here.
No, I'll just buy him like 3 copies of Bayonetta and I'm like, there.
There you go.
You're going to learn everything about the birds and the bees that day.
Jesus Christ.
The birds are assholes and the bees are witches.
That reminds me, going back to that Pleasure Pixel show, Angel, remember how I told you about that female dressed up as Kirby?
That
And
was pretty
how I
weird.
described to you how she looked.
And I'm like, yeah, this is 4chan.
Ironically, it's
This-
meant to be a trap. That
It's-
Kirby was a male.
Well,
Well, see,
the
now...
person was a female, but the Kirby was a male.
obviously.
Wait, does Kirby actually have a gender?
Kirby is technically considered a he,
Yeah.
but it's more or less genderless because if you actually like watched the series and kept up with it, they only refer to him or her as Kirby.
True.
How can I help you, King DDD?
Well, I was going to say, Samari, would that also apply to you? Like, because Fox is a dude and you're...
Fox, I'm a femme version. There's a difference.
Oh, okay.
The only difference I'm seeing
I'm
here is Rule
specifically-
64.
Exactly.
3! Shit! 63, my
Rule
bad.
34. Yeah,
Whichever one.
63.
No, 34 is the hentai.
Okay.
34 is everything has porn, 63 is everything has opposite side gender, porn.
True.
Porn.
I may not be the porn side, but I'm definitely the stripping side.
Oh,
There's a
that-
rule in there and it has to do with porn and my brain just kind of stopped.
She's
there,
like
so-
tugging on the thread. That's what she's doing. But anyways, yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure they're going to keep the same format. I mean, they wouldn't want to disappoint the many people that go to MegaCon.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
It's
change it that
more
much
like
if
what
you were about
Fanboy Expo would want to do.
That-
Getting back to the topic that we talked about forever.
That brings me to another example, like MegaCon. Around 2010, it started to be run by different groups of people called Dynamite Productions. The
Yeah.
format's still the same. The shows are still the same. Well,
Relatively.
relatively
They added
speak-
new things and they changed around a few things.
and that's probably what's going to happen for MegaCon. They're probably going to add a few things and probably change a bit, like not change completely.
Who
but
knows?
change.
Maybe they'll join the con scene in terms of putting on more shows. Because honestly, like, I'll be honest, me as a MegaCon attender, I've only been to MegaCon as an attender once.
Mhm.
Attendee, actually, is the word, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
And then I've gone again this year as a Pixel performer.
And
But this is the first time I've heard of an actual show putting on a performance.
so wait, okay, hang on a minute. So not counting the Crazy Random Hapstance show, your show is the only other show that was there for MegaCon?
As far as I'm concerned, honestly. 'Cause
Well,
I personally, I will be honest, I've only been to MegaCon twice. This is including this year.
Yeah, I was gonna say in the years that I've been to MegaCon, and I don't mean to sound like a dick, but the only main
Too late!
Thanks, Angel. The only main attraction to the MegaCon is the big giant fucking ass dealer's room.
This is true. And it's the con to buy shit. I'll be honest. Like, at least when I went for my first year, which was like 2008 or 9, I think, I went there, I bought so many posters. I got a poster signed by Vic McNagana.
Of course.
Vic McNagana.
You know, because why not?
Yeah, well, at the time, I didn't realize certain things about him.
Like the fact that he couldn't save a little girl.
Hey!
Wow!
Ow!
Wow! We don't talk about that, okay? He tried. He didn't
You're
even
right,
know.
you're right.
Man.
His sacrifice was big enough, it cost him like an arm and an egg.
No.
That shit
In
was
terms
rough.
of like Vic McNugget, honestly, I can't pronounce the last name. I'm
McNugget.
sorry. I'm sorry, Vic.
Just say Vic McNugget.
McNugget.
McGurr.
I'm sorry, Vic. First off,
Yeah.
but I enjoy you as a person, and your voice acting skills are top notch.
We love you,
I
Vic,
adore you.
even if we can't pronounce
You're
your last
beautiful.
Yeah, I met him once. I didn't get a chance to talk to him a lot, but he seemed pretty alright.
He's an enjoyable person, and I do love watching panels and being in a panel for him because he is so involved with his fans, honestly.
He's a cool dude.
You know, I hear a lot of things about him of like, oh man, Vic's a diva. Vic is like Mara, and it's like,
He sometimes comes off that way, but he doesn't do it too much.
he really doesn't do it to a point where it's like you're insufferable. Like a real diva is insufferable, even to the fans.
Yeah, trust me. You will know a diva when you meet them because their mere presence will make you want to just shove your fist in their face.
Yeah, exactly. Like no matter how big of a fan you are, you can recognize they're a diva. But in
Yeah.
terms of being in a true honest, it's like he's a person,
True.
and he has his moments of like, no, I'm not. I'm sorry, but I'm not. And it's like, all right, I get that. You're a person. You can only handle so much.
He's a
It's
cool
alright.
dude, but that dude's got limits, man.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and and going back to what I said, it sucks that me and Angel missed out on this year's MegaCon, but truthfully, I'm not exactly disappointed because I've been there many times, and there will be another opportunity when we'll go and we'll we'll even fucking catch the Pixel show again.
Hells yeah.
Here's hoping we get invited back.
In fact,
wait,
no. This isn't the worst that's happened to me. I can share
boy.
this. I can share this right now because it's already been a year, and I'm pretty sure someone out there has already Googled my name and found me online.
Hang on, let me look out the window to make sure the police cruisers have left.
Oh no, you know where I'm getting at. Okay, so last year,
Oh boy.
I'm gonna say this right now because it doesn't matter anymore. Yes, last year I got arrested.
Again.
Last year I was charged with a misdemeanor of soliciting another to commit prostitution. Now, you can go online and Google my name and look up my mugshot and say how cool I look and then look at the freaking report that these guys made. But
Fucking nerd.
I'll tell you what really happened. It was an entrapment. It was a setup. I did not initiate the sexual intercourse. The police officer did. But this situation is twofold because I should have been smart. I should have just walked away instead of falling for it, but god damn it, they nailed me.
That being said, though, there is one thing that I will forever find unforgivable of those people that were supposed to serve and protect you.
Please,
Those
no,
fuckers
please.
took your donuts!
I had a bag with donuts. That's right. They took my donuts, and I never got my donuts reimbursed.
They are still in the evidence room, perfectly glazed and waiting for you.
Dude, no, they're gone by now. They're not even in the evidence room.
Of course.
I mean, if you want to believe in the hype of police officers eating their Krispy Kreme donuts and drinking their creamed coffee.
You might as well have
Hey,
been a
son, let's go over to Nebraska Avenue and get some cream.
But Daddy, I don't want to go in a crime ring no more.
God.
Let's be honest, putting a box of donuts in there is like leaving like several bags of crack in the shadiest neighborhood.
Hey, boy, give me that donut.
He just drove by and stole it from your hand?
Right?
Fucking invincible!
So I got thrown in Orient Road jail for 1 hour, and then
Yeah.
I made bail.
And then we had to spend 3 weeks removing those tattoos from your back.
Oh yeah, there was
Jesus
so
Christ,
much
man.
ink on me. Seriously, I kind of miss.
How many schools can you draw in 1 hour?
I'm gonna be honest. If I actually stayed in jail for like 2 months, I'm pretty sure I would have survived, and then I would have come out all jacked up and all.
Muscles, my bro.
Exactly, dude. These aren't muscles. I've eaten fucking
It
prisoners.
would have been weird then. 'Cause the next episode, you just get like a flashback and start like polishing a shiv you pull out of nowhere.
Oh no.
And then you know
Obviously,
that you gotta
that's
make favors.
Obviously, that's not the case. I'll explain what happened afterwards. So then I talked to my lawyer. His name is Shafi. He used to be a Florida State prosecutor.
Hi, Shafi.
And he works over at the Sykes Corporate Building in downtown Tampa, to which Angel so eloquently called it.
It's the beer can building.
It's shaped like a beer can.
I want to tip it over and drink it every time I drive through there.
Yes, exactly. So
It'd be a very large beer can.
we spoke
That's
to.
awesome.
I went over to him. I presented my case. I told him exactly what happened, and he told me in his words, "Okay, this is bullshit. We're gonna nail this bitch."
And lo and behold, he did.
Yeah, I went to my arraignment hearing. So I was doing paperwork while the lawyer was talking to the other lawyer playing for the other side of the team, they both agreed that this case was bullshit. Like, the other lawyer wasn't even going to bother trying to defend the police officer who was undercover. And the defense lawyer pretty much told me that she's lying out of her ass. That she said that she has recorded evidence, but there was no evidence at all. And to cut the story short, the judge pretty much threw the case away. And the only thing I had to pay was the court costs, which was only $20 fucking.
You gotta admit, it's pretty flimsy when both lawyers from both sides look at the case and go, "Yeah, this is
exactly." And $20 is something I could just shit out of my ass and rub all over it and still give it to them and be like,
"Please don't. I don't need that much gas money."
I know. Don't do as I do. Do as I say. Don't fuck with the law unless
the horse wants you first.
Oh God.
Then you're guaranteed to get out.
Don't fuck with the law, people,
That's
please,
awful.
for the love of God.
Yeah, I know those donuts, man.
The last thing I want to see is you and Samari thrown in jail for whatever it is you guys did to an officer.
But if you do, send us your capture
I don't
pictures.
want to read about.
Don't do that.
What? I need amusement in my life.
I don't want to read about how Angel was fucking arrested for speeding or how Samari got into a fist fight with an officer.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Those guys are still... I know they're waiting for me. I just know that they're just waiting for me. The moment I go over 45, like 1 mile, they're going to be on my ass. My ass can't take that abuse.
Ironically enough, I drove a car for a while that had a broken speedometer.
Jesus
I
Christ.
had no idea how fast or slow I was going.
Were you pulled over?
No.
Fucking got away with it.
You lucky bitch.
Yeah.
Damn.
But anyway, so back to con talk. So after MegaCon, there comes Florida Anime Experience, which we are guaranteed of going. All the voice actors from Evangelion are going to be there. For those of you who don't know what Evangelion is, Angel, would you mind describing it to them?
Evangelion is a story about facing oneself, acknowledging the difficulty of dealing with other people, and getting in the fucking robot. Except don't do it, because then everything will get worse for everybody forever.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of like biblical shit that happens in there.
Also biblical shit.
There's a lot of like human genocide that happens in that series.
Well, long story short, if you live long enough under a rock to know one of the greatest classics of animation, or rather one of the most controversial classics of animation, give it a try. It's like the Metal Gear 2 of anime, really, when you get down to it.
Pretty much. Like, if for those who are old school and watch the original series of Neon Genesis Evangelion, yeah, it's depressing as fuck.
It's Metal Gear 2, but in anime.
And then they released the movie of End of Evangelion, where it's just...
Which is Revengeance. Wait, no, sorry. End of Evangelion is the Metal Gear 4 of the anime.
But you've already told me as to why the artist decided to go down that route. You told me the reasons.
Dude was fucking depressed.
The guy was depressed.
Hideaki Anno was going through some shit when he made that series.
He was going through a lot of shit. He picked himself up, and then
he got death threats for making the movie. It was hilarious.
Yeah, and then he remade Evangelion again. That's not so depressing.
Because he got married and he's rich now, and he's like, yeah, awesome.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Samari, I'm going to go on a limb and guess that you've never watched any bit of Evangelion.
I will be honest, I'm personally not a fan, actually.
Oh, you've heard of it?
I've tried to watch Evangelion, but
Dude.
I'm not a fan of mecha anime, and I'm not a fan too much of certain psychological tropes.
Oh boy!
Have you seen?
Yeah,
have you seen the old one or the new ones?
The old one.
Oh.
Yeah, let's just say that for some people, the original Evangelion hits incredible. You ever heard of the Hedgehog's Dilemma? Yeah.
Fuck that. Okay.
This show hits close to
You know what,
home,
Samari?
so-
Your reasons are justified. It's all good.
Now get in the fucking robot.
Get in the robot, Shinji.
Right.
But I don't wanna!
But no, I digress. The voice actors will be there. Spike Spencer's going to be there. Trina Nishimaru's going to be there. I spent, up to now, I've always pronounced her last name Nishimura instead of Nishimaru.
Oh, that's how you say it.
Yeah, it's Trina Nishimaru.
Oh, I thought it was like the ship.
She's the voice actress of Mikasa from Attack on Titan and Asuna from Sword Art Online.
Oh, so she's the voice actress of at least one good show then.
Hey, Sword Art Online was alright.
No, it wasn't.
The first arc was okay. The fairy arc was fuck that.
You know, I'm not gonna get into all the reasons why I'm not a fan of Sword Art Online.
It's okay, don't worry.
Let's
about it.
just go right ahead and
Let's
move
just
on.
say that we're going to be there. We're going to be doing what we do best. We're going to try not to break as many laws as possible. I will try not to harass as many police officers as possible.
No promises. I will try, man, I'm gonna try not to spend all my money on overpriced merchandise, but I can't guarantee that.
And then after FAE, there's Omni Expo, which, once again, it's in Orlando.
Bit of a drive, but you know what? It's kind of worth it.
And the flock's going to be in the shows, except you, Angel, because you suck.
Shut up! I have things to do.
No. It's okay. I remember the Ravens flock.
Don't worry, Angel. I'm probably in your situation where either my vehicle's either not going to work or I won't have the day off.
God damn it.
It's
At least you have a vehicle, so you got that much over me.
True.
Yeah, you didn't sustain 3 car accidents.
Look, you just
Right.
have like the worst luck I've ever heard
I know.
of.
Oh yeah, just in case Joe's bad misfortune wasn't enough.
Yeah, seriously,
I
Angel.
lost like my 3rd car this year.
Angel, I'm beginning to think that your body's damaged to the point where it's just gravel holding you together now.
No, yeah, the shards of my bones just piled together into like a simile of a skeleton. By like the 4th accident, I'm going to need like bodysuit like Solid Snake.
Hang on a minute, and now Samari's doing push-ups.
Why are you doing push-ups?
Because she's got to get good, okay?
Okay.
Go hard or go home.
Fine, okay, sure, but okay.
But no, back to the point of Omni Expo. Yes, the Ravens Flock, we're going to be
Trying to burn calories.
The Ravens Flock will be participating in 2 shows this year. One of them is called A Fairy's Tale. I'm not going to make much spoilers, but basically, if you want something that's, if you want to watch something that's dramatic, that's got a bit of comedy, entertainment.
Also a little bit of fan service in
And a little
terms
bit
of
of-
funny things.
Yeah, in terms of funny things, fan service, go to that show. It'll be Saturday night. And I will be there performing as Varric from Legend of Korra.
I hope you're ready to do that thing.
I hope you guys are ready to do the thing.
The thing
Samari, do the thing.
Wait, what thing?
The thing! I never had to tell Angel what the thing is.
That's because you're not your assistant yet. I'm out of here.
Fuck you.
No!
Okay. Well, the other show that most of the flock is involved in, not Joe particularly, but me, Billy, Tyler, and Danny, we're involved with the other show, which is DDR. Dance, Dream Dance.
Dream Dance
Revolver?
Rumble, yes. Dream
Yeah.
Dance Rumble. Sorry. The name slipped my brain. But that's also more of a comedy dance-related show.
Oh, yeah.
So the entertainment for us, that factor is in our choreographed dance numbers and some of the hilarity that happens between each characters.
That should be good.
And you know what? And in regards to the 2 shows, honestly, like, there's no... for those of you who misinterpret, there is no spirit of competition when it comes to 2 shows, like showcasing going for the main show.
There is only bloodthirst
I
and
will
backstabbing.
do my best. Samari will do her best. The rest of the flock will do their best.
Although it's really weird because I'm in both shows.
Oh yeah, you're kind of swinging back and
Nah,
forth.
she's
like a
the
tennis
Ocelot.
ball.
She's
Pretty
playing
much.
both sides. She's the
I-
Ocelot.
How do you keep up with both shows?
I mean, I win either way.
That's-
But in terms of in terms of going to the rehearsals, I try to maintain the timing. Like, I know one rehearsal starts later than another, so I go to the one in the morning and then one in the afternoon.
I know. I was gonna say I know that there are once or twice in occasions where I have to cover your back.
There are, and that's because work is.
Wait, what? I'm that why
scheduled
you
me.
dress like Samari and go to practice for her?
Yes, I
That'd
dress
be-
like Samari. I put on a fucking red wig. I fucking added some freaking balloons to my chest. I put some weight into my ass, and I acted like Samari.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, I even throw in some fucking cutthroat attitude because Samari's not that big of a bitch.
I'm
Thank
scared
you.
by how fucking
Thank you.
close this comparison is coming by.
Uh-huh.
Why do you do that? Why do you keep comparing to me and Samari?
Because I keep seeing the similarities and I get worried and I'm like,
Whoa.
Does that mean we're gonna be besties, Angel?
I guess we are
Hey,
now.
fuck off. He's my bestie.
Look,
hey.
we're apparently the same person.
The only way you're ever going to be the same as I am is if you're standing on a ladder.
I don't suppose I get a
Wow.
shot at this,
Thank you. Boom.
do I?
Blam,
Wow.
blam, shots fired.
I know,
Oh,
right?
hey,
I'm just shooting
It's
all over.
happening now. The knives are coming out. There's going to be blood I gotta clean up now.
Oh,
Great.
God.
But no, the
We're
point-
20 minutes into this, and have we said anything worthwhile?
Well,
Yes.
no, we have. This is exactly it. Because this is
Listen.
more comforting. It's more relaxing. It kind of brings back the feel of actually doing the Ravens Flock in a bedroom before we transitioned into the studio.
Well, we
Remember
do.
all those times in our bedroom
I know, right?
where we did the Ravens flock?
But not now.
We
that
feel
doesn't-
like half
that
of the
doesn't mean
people
that
over
I
there.
am not ungrateful. That doesn't mean that I'm ungrateful about moving into the studio. In fact, thank you for that, Samari.
That studio was
Welcome.
pretty kick-ass.
Yeah, exactly.
I miss it.
But no, the Omni Expo this year, the flock's going to be in both shows. It's kind of ironic because last year the Ravens flock we promoted the idea of unity for conventions because that's what they were going for the first year of Omni Expo, and this year I'm guessing the idea of unity is still kind of there because now you're seeing a whole bunch of friends that you've seen in other con shows actually participating in Omni Expo, and not just them, but us. Not counting you, Angel. I'm not going to let that go.
Yeah, fine, great, sure.
I know. I'm a dick. But
And that's how it
But yeah,
works.
in the sense the cons are coming together, and
Yeah.
because I don't know what it's doing this year actually in terms of showing off. Because I know last year there was ShadowCon, CataCon, EvilCon, and a whole bunch of other cons did show off stuff they had.
Mhm.
But due to things that happened last year, a couple more restrictions were added, so I'm not sure if as many cons as last year are going to be showing off
You know-
this year. Whoops, my bad.
That's
That
nice.
was my phone calling.
I think that might actually be the reason, now that I mention it.
Hmm.
As we know, last year was kind of a tumultuous time for cons. Let's just say a lot of shit happened.
a lot of shit happened. There wasn't.
And as a
there was-
result-
Alright guys, here. I'm gonna give you a story, alright? The reason that certain restriction, I will specifically say this restriction, and of course you can fact check me, I could be wrong, but what I think caused a certain restriction in terms of a fight show to not be showed off at Omni Expo is because last year a certain con put on a fight show display and a weapon pierced into the stage.
Whoa!
Whoa! God damn.
Also-
And it caused damage.
Also,
I'm not sure if that actually caused enough damage to be like, oh my god, no, never again. But it could have
Yeah, I was
been
gonna
a thing that pushes towards.
I'm just glad it wasn't Glow, because if that happened during the Glow show,
Okay,
Oh, God.
either that was a really flimsy stage or a really fucking good prop.
Truth?
true.
I don't know all the full details. I will not say I do.
Regardless.
But I personally think that is probably part of what pushed it towards.
Oh yeah, there's not a single reason. There was a lot of little factors, but regardless, yes, last year kind of shit time for cons, and as you remember, there were about several cons that just kind of fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah,
I
that's
think that served as a reminder for the fans that yes, the cons are amazing, they are loved, they are great, but they can come to an end. And in a way, the
Five
promise of that,
conventions.
Yeah, plus the realization
Oh,
that even
yeah.
the bigger ones are being moved around. I think that in a way is coming to a chance of
Now hang on a minute.
galvanizing the fans.
It's not five conventions. It's not five cons because I know for a fact that there are two cons that are trying to bring itself back up.
Well, yeah, I know one for a fact. EvilCon took a year break.
Mhm.
They specifically took one because they weren't able to raise the funds again. Because again, not all first year cons make it to be able to last another year consecutively. But I have confirmation that they want to come back again 2016.
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
And another convention, PvE, Players Voice Expo,
Oh, they didn't
hosted
even,
by Rudy.
they didn't even get to start, and
I
that
know.
was because of location issues.
It began and
I'm
then
not
it died.
again. I'm not going to divulge
No,
full
no.
detail, but in terms of like having actual knowledge in the situation,
I'd divulge
know
it if I knew it.
I'm personally not. Only because I don't want to sound like I know everything, and then something I said is wrong, and it's like, oh man, I fucking said the wrong thing. That's stupid. But in the sense of like what happened, there was a location issue. They charged something, and they had to cancel, but they still had to pay due to the cancellation fee, and contractually they were obligated. Therefore, it put the con into a financial debt that they couldn't get over.
Understandable. That's fine. And honestly, I do hope that PvE comes back. I'm hoping to go there.
I'm very, very excited for when it does come around. Whether it comes around 2016 or if it takes another year after that and comes in 2017 or 18.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm willing to wait for it because for those of you who are aware of Rudy Gomez, he is an amazing person. He's
Oh,
a
yeah,
very,
he's-
very experienced
He is fantastic. That
director,
guy's
con
amazing.
person. I don't know what to call him, honestly. He's just really smart and he's really good, and I would love to see a con he runs.
Watch out if he makes you cry during Final Fantasy Ball.
Oh my god.
He did it to me. I'm sure he did it to you.
Oh yes, my very first Final Fantasy Ball. I'll put this out there right now. I've never played a Final Fantasy game before the first Final Fantasy Ball I
Which
saw.
was...
My very first Final Fantasy game was Crisis Core.
No, I mean, your first Final Fantasy Ball.
My first Final Fantasy Ball was the 2012 year, I think, when the theme was Final Fantasy X.
Yeah,
With,
I remember.
with Tidus.
I
and
was
Yuna.
there. I saw it.
Yeah,
Ah.
I went, and for any sympathizers out there, I don't know if it was your first or not, but for mine, I didn't cry until the very end when Yuna was doing her summoner's dance thing, and then Tidus was disappearing and, going back into the realm of, like, death or whatever, and it was the saddest thing I've ever seen. I cried.
That's fine.
And then I have no idea of the context of the story. Sorry, I'm slurring a little.
That's all good.
I'm not very good at words.
It's okay, I'll just do more words for you.
Yeah.
More words. But yeah, no, like,
The point is...
as a person and even as a writer, like, people who don't know Rudy should really know Rudy, because the things he does with the shows he writes are amazing.
Well, that's good then. We have some time to depend upon.
Absolutely.
And I suppose it's good to know that regardless of what happens, even if it's being purchased, the con is not going to completely disappear. But here's the question though. Remind me again, what's the name of the group that bought that con?
that bought that one?
Yeah.
Like PvE?
Yeah.
Or a
No,
different
wait,
one?
are you
No,
talking
there
about
is-
MegaCon?
Yeah,
Come on,
there is
MegaCon was Fanboy Expo.
Okay,
Fanboy.
does that mean that the con is going to have to be moved to a different location now?
It's possible. It depends on what the financial backers are going to do. Because again, MegaCon right now currently holds the title for the biggest con in the Southeast.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you can fact check me. I could be wrong. I will not deny that I could be wrong because I haven't done my research before going on this podcast. But as far as I've learned at
Let's
this
be honest,
point,
we never do any fucking
I did
I
a-
try to. I mean,
I am
I did a
shitting
little
facts
bit of
out of my butt right now.
no, I try to at least be current and up to date in certain facts in the con community because I don't want to give out false information and then have other people spread around that information and then get backtracked and be like, no, that's fucking wrong, and then come all the way back to me like, bitch, you were fucking wrong. And it's like, I'm sorry.
Okay, we might as well throw a little disclaimer here. All the information you're listening to it may or may not have a certain degree of inaccuracy. Please take every word that comes out of our mouths with a severe bucketful of salt.
Exactly. And if you disagree with anything that we say, then just leave a
Then
comment.
shut up!
Tell us. You know, that's all right.
Then leave a comment, we'll just block you or something.
Wow, you're terrible.
Yes, you have the power to voice your
If
opinions,
they
and
need
Angel
reasons
has
on
the
how-
power to block you.
If they need reasons on how to speak to a lady, they can ask their mom.
Oh, God. You know what? Let me fast forward. Let me fast forward the calendars to another convention, another one of the most popular ones here in America, New York Comic Con.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to say this right now. I want to take the Ravens flock to New York.
Are you ready for the Big Apple? Or rather, is the Big
Now,
Apple
Joe,
ready
why do
for
you want to do something that's so highly lucrative and potentially financially dangerous to travel all the way over to the other side and go to a freaking convention? Well, it's kind of simple, really.
Well, people from the UK and Australia travel to us in Florida to go to cons.
Yeah, I know. And,
Well, to be fair though, the Australian people cannot wait to get the hell
well,
out
now,
of
hang on. Let me tell my story. Okay, so around last year, after I think it was around the later weeks of August, I took like a freaking two and a half week vacation over to New York. You two know about this.
Yeah.
I was handling some important business.
You got
obviously.
shot.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. I was having. Yeah, I got shot. It's probably.
Blah, blah.
No, but I was handling important business up there. That kind of fell through, so I decided to just take the rest of the time and just relax and chill. I decided to go touring around the cities, around the 5 boroughs. I've noticed, like, 1 or 2 geeks over there. I started reading about New York Comic Con and how freaking awesome it was. And there were so many amazing guests that were there last year. If Danny's hearing this, all the cast members from Star Trek The Next Generation, they were there. Because I know that Danny's a big Star Trek buff. Yeah. There are other...
Are you reminding her or just rubbing in her face? Hey, Danny!
Hey, Danny! Sir Patrick Stewart was there last year.
Oh my god, really?
Yes.
Holy
Patrick Stewart
shit.
is always worth meeting. Okay, you don't even have to be a Trekkie to want to meet him.
No, and so was William Shatner. He was there. Leonard Nimoy. There were other main, like, A-lister guests that were there.
That's awesome. Well, then again, the Comic-Con itself is like its own brand.
Yeah.
Because you got San Diego Comic-Con, which I think is the biggest one. And then you have New York, I think is in second. And then the relatively following after those cons is like, I don't know what's after New York. I think it's like...
Yeah. So I started networking with other...
Washington,
I started networking with cosplayers on Facebook, like, around New York. Apparently, there's really not that many, and the very few that are there, they're kind of competitive against each other. Basically, how do I describe it? It's like the 5 boroughs of New York competing against each other, even though it's...
That and it's New York, let's be honest. Forget financial danger, it's just plain old danger.
There's also not that many cons over in New York. New York Comic Con is the only con. And
Which is funny when you think about it, because that place is busy as all hell.
Well, yeah, but then again, their tourism main stuff is through that. It's through, like, Times Square. It's through just visiting the Statue of Liberty.
That's
it's through
their-
the Empire State Building. It's through really basic things in life.
Stand-up comedians.
that's their...
Stand-up comedians, yeah.
that's their draw.
Isn't Madison Square Gardens in New York?
Yes.
Yeah, so, like, things like that. It's more of a celebrity-type area rather than a niche where nerds and con people can go.
But no,
Apart from New York Comic Con, which where you become really normal, but there's also we've touched on this in other stories, like back in our cosplay doesn't equal consent bit.
Yes.
We've talked about how
Yeah.
stuff in New York has happened to fellow cosplayers, where it's like they've been harassed and they've had
Oh, yeah.
and it's I personally think that's because when people aren't used to a certain kind of, I'm going to refer to it as weirdness, but it's not really weird. It's just the way our group is, and every group has their own thing. But I'm going to refer to it as weirdness for the sake of the story. Not everybody in a specific areas are used to, like, weirdness in terms of like the way our cons work. Because like if you go to New York, again, like Joe said, New York Comic Con is the only con. Down here in Florida, we have like 5-6 cons alone
Yeah,
in
because we
Tampa.
got nothing else to do.
In Tampa alone, like, and if you go to Orlando, there's like 3 or 4 more, and then you go to Jacksonville, there's like 2 or 3 more.
It's either that or fish for alligators for the rest of your days.
Basically,
we gotta do
and
something.
so it's like people are kind of more used to it. Also, we have Disney, and we
Yeah.
have Universal, which is like movie and Disney movie central. It's okay to dress up and do things like that because it's normal here.
Because New York had no childhood.
Yeah, pretty much.
New York isn't quite like that. Yeah,
Well, I mean,
like New York has like the Nintendo store and
Yeah.
it has like the video
It
games.
has
and stuff.
Nintendo Store, it has Rockefeller Center.
But in the sense of like people dressing up and representing characters that are fictional.
No, you
it's
gotta
not
go to
the
San
s-
Francisco.
Yeah,
for that.
it's not the same. And so
You gotta go to Las Vegas.
that's
to
what
do
I
that
think
part.
kind of makes certain people act a certain way because they're not quite used to that. Like I've lived in Florida most of my life. I was born in New Jersey, but I moved down here after turning like 1. And I've lived here for the rest of my life. I grew up on Disney. I grew up on meeting costumed characters. So it's like, it's never been a weird thing for me to see people in a costume and be like, oh man, they're dressed really cool. That's awesome.
And that's awesome. That's great. You know, personally for me, I grew up and I've been in New York for like the first 10 years of my life before coming down here. I check in every once a year. I go up there and whatnot. So I'm kind of embracing the best of both worlds.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. I need to go up there more
this
often.
place has
'cause I-
cons, that place has shootouts.
Pace.
Best of both
Wow.
worlds.
Dude, I don't know if I told you this, man, but every time I go to the Bronx, I have to carry a shank with me.
Yeah, to deflect the bullets with your
Okay,
ninja
dude, I'm not
speed.
surprised. Like, I have an uncle that lives up there, and I'm always like, Theo, can you come with me? Because I don't want to go anywhere alone.
I know.
And he's like, honey, it's okay, take this shotgun. It's
But no,
off.
New York Comic Con, October 8th through the 11th. It's another 4-day convention. We're going to be there. We're going to cover the con. We're going to cover New York.
We're going to have specials and everything. We're going to have a road trip.
Road
vlog
trip.
and
We're going to
everything.
fucking
Oh yeah,
document
that's
everything.
gonna be good.
Yes.
We're going to do our best.
I'm just afraid that we're gonna get there and before we even get to the con, we find a Nintendo store and there go the next 4 days.
Yes.
Basically.
Because we're not going to leave, even despite their attempts to kick us out.
Oh, they're gonna try. They're gonna try real hard. They're not gonna succeed.
Oh, want to know something funny? I've told you guys this, but while I was looking up hotels to stay at for New York Comic Con, I actually found one that we can't stay in. It's literally called The Hotel in Times Square.
Oh, yeah, you told me that.
That is the saddest, least imaginative name I've ever seen in my life.
It's smack in the middle of Times Square, and it's just called The Hotel in Times Square.
That's kind of ridiculous. Isn't that like calling it the round circle?
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of.
That's like coming down to Florida and saying, oh, then again, Disney World.
Yeah.
It's already called that.
The Disney World Inn or something.
The sunny state that is right now covered in clouds
The hotel
and
next
mud.
to Disney World.
The hotel, yeah, exactly. It's,
All of Florida is just a hotel to Disney
personally,
World.
I can't wait. I can't
Yeah.
wait for New York Comic Con.
Oh, yeah, I'm
It's
excited.
gonna be fantastic.
I am so
I am
fucking
so
hyped. You don't even
excited.
know. I'm ready, guys. Are
I'm
you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready for the longest, most fucking boring drive of your lives?
Yes.
Look, alright,
This ain't. Wait, hang on a minute. Boring.
road trips are something everybody gotta go through, alright?
It would be
At
illegal
some
if we
point
did
in
it.
your
Fair
life.
enough.
Yeah, nigga.
How
I
long
went
is it
through
gonna
more.
be, like, 2 days?
I've went through more road trips than you did, Angel.
It
They are
depends on-
not boring.
It
Hey, I
depends
lived in a country with no cars for a while. You got an unfair advantage on me here.
Okay. Like, my cousin actually went up to New York recently for a trip. She drove. It takes her about 14 to 15 hours. If she takes an actual rest break at night, then it'll take 2 days. Because it depends on how early you leave and how long you plan on driving for.
And how big is your bladder?
And how big is your bladder, yes.
Yeah.
Because, like, depending on how much traveling you want to get done and how many stops you want to take, you'll probably get it done 2 days minimum. Maximum-ish. 3 max, actually. 2, like, minimum.
Can be done.
You can get it done in 1 if you want to go straight on and go, but if you want to make stops and make it worthwhile, then
But if
yeah,
you want to
take,
not
like,
die on the way there.
Exactly.
No, if you want to not die, don't go for Greyhound. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Ah.
Fuck that bus. But anyways, thank you guys for listening in. We pretty much covered everything we wanted to say. All I can say is like next Saturday on April 18th or 19th. 18th.
Saturday, I think it's 18th. Yeah.
18th. Next
That's
Saturday,
good.
April 18th, for all you locals out there, go to the Tampa Picture Show Saturday night to catch the encore of Firefly by the Crazy Random Happenstance and the best of Pleasure Pixels.
Oh, yes.
I hope you're
Trust
ready.
me. For anybody who MegaCon people right now, if you missed the Pleasure Pixel Super Smash Brothers theme show, I can't guarantee you'll see many more of that. But there is a couple performances from this show that are going to be in the Best of Pixels.
So it's just one of those while supply lasts kind of deals?
Basically, yes.
Basically,
And
yeah.
I'm not going to guarantee anything because it's up to Casey, but I think with the way that this show was received, we might have an encore.
Understandable. That's
Yeah.
all right.
I think that might happen. I feel like that's what should happen, but also sometimes when you have an encore after a show goes amazingly, it doesn't turn out as good.
Understandable. It's
Because
fine.
I've experienced that where a show doesn't come out as good. Like me personally, my acts, the people that I work with always end up better than before, but the show overall doesn't always end up good.
That's fine. And you know what? And that brings up to another point, and I hate dragging this along. You're never going to please everybody. Like, you could put on the best show possible, and at least get, at least a heckler or two saying, oh, this show's crap. Oh,
Yeah.
these women are too overweight. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Because there's always going to be people who are unsatisfied, and that's just the way it is. Not everybody has
Tits
the
or
same-
GTFO.
or ass or GTFO.
Yeah, and it doesn't
That works
apply
too.
to just shows. It also applies to cons. It
And
also
life.
applies to life.
It's life in general,
This
yeah.
web show, shit. I knew the risks of what I'm doing when I first started the Raves Flock. I know that I'm going to get a whole bunch of hecklers saying they don't like the show. But
You
I'm
can't
still-
hear him now, but he's furiously masturbating.
But I'm still doing it. Number one, because I can, and number two, well, actually no, that's basically it. Just
That's basically it.
because I can and
Sometimes-
because I want to be more involved with the community. And
You
this
don't
time
need that
around,
easy.
now that I'm part of shows and I'm actually taking interest in doing more shows, I think that's the best way to go. You want to be more involved in the community? Actually, be more involved.
Yeah, that's the thing I appreciate
Do
about
things,
being
you
a part
lazy
of the
shits.
Ravens Flock. I feel like things we say are at least received a lot more. Even if, again, like we were saying earlier, we don't always fact check or something. Or we don't always,
Or never.
Look, I don't know about you, I try to fact check, okay?
Congratulations,
You know
that
what?
was
I
one of
hate
us.
to be misinformed and then put out shit and then,
No,
like I
it's-
said,
it's-
have
it's
it
totally
come full
fine.
circle
It's
right
totally
back at me. But in the sense of being able to put yourself out there is always a good thing. And even if people don't appreciate it, there's always going to be one person who's like, I'm glad you said that because I agree with you. There's always going to be one. It's just like how there's always going to be one person that disagrees, there's always at least one that agrees.
Yeah, exactly. And if you disagree with us in the Ravens Flock or in this podcast or anything, if you put up a very logical argument and disagree with us, that's fine. But if you start going off and acting like a horse's ass, just remember, you have the power to express your opinions, and we have the power to block you. Because, look, if you're polite to us, speaking for myself, if you're polite to me, I'm polite to you. If you act like an ass to me, how do you expect me to react to you?
True. A thing that people don't realize, this goes as far back as constitutional rights. The freedom of speech does not mean that you can fully, without consequence, speak your own mind. It means you have the right to your own opinion, and people have the right to the opinions of your opinion.
Yep, thank you.
Absolutely. I mean, I personally look at Facebook and YouTube
And throw up furiously.
No. Let me give you a comparison. Basically, when you look at Facebook or the internet in general, it's like you're opening your window and you hear people screaming outside, and you're like, fuck it, close the window.
The window outside has a combination of a Mardi Gras and a fight in a sewer plant.
Meanwhile, YouTube is the people actually yelling at their windows while other people are yelling back at them.
Yeah, exactly. And then-
YouTube is a theater while everybody's screaming at the screen.
Pretty much.
And
Pretty
throwing
much.
popcorn.
But anyways, let's conclude it. Next Saturday on the 18th, go to the Tampa Picture Show for Firefly Encore and the Best of Pleasure Pixels. And then the weekend after that is Florida Anime Experience. It's going to be over in Orlando. Catch that if you want to meet Spike Spencer or Trina Nishimoto or any of the other voice actors from Evangelion.
Yes.
And
Many cool people. Go
many
see
cool
them.
people. And yes, and we'll be there. Us.
Yeah.
We're going to be there. Hell, we'll fucking be at the picture show just because we can.
I know how you put that. There'll be gonna be a shit ton of cool people, and I guess we'll be there too. Yeah.
We're just going to be those ones.
We'll hang around if you want
Look,
to say hi.
I won't officially think we're cool until we have people be like, oh my god.
You know what? We're cool enough.
Actually, we
that
already
people
did
are-
that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like that one dude that gave me free food.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're already doing
Or
that.
the entire group of cosplayers over in Gainesville who say that my show's awesome.
There you go. Bam, you got a fan base.
Yes, and you already have a fan base.
I have a fan base?
I don't know. Do you?
There's
I don't
fans,
Do
bunch of
you?
creepy
I mean,
motherfuckers.
after you pretty much foxed it up in the show.
There's
Look.
a bunch of creepy motherfuckers with your picture all over the walls of the room.
Okay, alright.
And a shrine filled with candles and dead
what
rats.
I do in Pixels. Let's all remember that. When I am in Pixels, I am Miss Samurai, okay?
Miss Samurai.
I am Miss Samurai.
I thought you were a fox. What the hell kind
Shut
of
the
pixel
fuck
show?
up. That's my stage name.
Your show is weird.
Yes, I'm a fox that's named is Samurai, alright?
When she's
I
in
see.
Pleasure Pixels, she is Miss Samurai.
I'm
When
pretty
she is
sure
on DeviantArt, she is Safi.
Well, I'm not on DeviantArt.
Well, I know, past tense.
But
Yeah,
what is
but
But
the
when you're part of the Ravens flock or anywhere else,
I'm saying-
you are
I'm
Samari
saying
Pimentel.
Samaris. I'll leave it
Samari Pimiento.
Yeah, I like that one.
Really?
Yes,
No.
It
No.
sounds so close. Your parents
Because
did
you're
that on
hot
purpose.
and spicy.
Oh,
Just
really?
like your hair.
Get out.
Your parents did that to you on purpose. I don't know whether they hate you or love you very much.
Our last name is Pimentel.
Pimentel.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure in one language that literally translates to spices.
That'd be pretty
Peppers.
sweet.
Angel, I like how one time you...
Wait. Ironically, my dad makes his own hot sauce because nothing is hot enough
See,
for him.
that is not a coincidence.
Angel, that reminds me of one time when you tried to translate my last name, Casabona.
The result was hilarious. And I'm
What was the result?
House of Boners.
House of Boners.
Really? Oh yeah, because Casa and Bone. Oh,
It's okay. It's alright.
I guess I'm the only one here that didn't got the insane last name, I
That's
guess.
You
because
mean
you're
Kala?
Yeah. That's
I'm
it.
pretty sure we can think of something.
probably.
It probably means something like rock.
We could probably reword it and call you Kaka.
Nah, it won't be good
True.
enough. It's probably something tribal and stupid like fish scale. Or
Or
horse turd.
horse turd. Wow.
Probably. But anyways, thank you for tuning in. Catch Picture Show next weekend. Weekend after that, catch the FAE. And also, catch us over at Omni Expo and watch both shows. You know, Fairy's Tale and Dream Dance
Rumble.
Dream Dance Rumble.
And catch us on YouTube and tell us how much we suck so we can ignore you.
Yes, and keep watching the Ravens Flock. Keep subscribing to us. Keep watching us on the Nerdorama Network.
We've been undergoing a lot of like new testing stuff and trying new things. So like,
Yeah, this was bad.
I understand if we lose people because of that, but like we're trying out stuff that'll make you guys like us and share us around.
Absolutely.
Whatever happens, keep tuning in because as long as one of you is listening, we understand the important and valuable lessons in life. Like chasing the truth no matter what happens, expressing yourself no matter what other things, and if the gas is running low, just drink while you're driving and piss on the tank.
Hells yeah. Angel,
It's
thank
not
you.
a very smart idea.
And it still worked.
I want to say that those are very good words. That's very encouraging up to the last part.
No, everything is encouraging.
All right.
All ideas are good ideas.
We're
Thank
the
you.
Ravens flock.
We're the Ravens Flock. Thanks for listening in to the first of the Black Files, and we are out.
Get me more beer, God.
Peace.